Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. It helps out the YouTube channel, and stay tuned for all that we have to cover, because we're going to talk about an article that was just posted recently a few days ago. I'm also going to talk about when I first mentioned NIO over at the Patreon and what I believe about this, and this is the article that really brought it to my attention. So let's jump right into it. So here I have NIO Stock, NIO Inc., NIO Stock's chart pulled up. Now, we're going to look at the chart in just a moment, but let me share with you guys when I mentioned it over at the Patreon. So if you guys are interested in knowing what stocks to watch throughout the week or what is on my watch list, you guys are more than welcome to join us over at the Patreon and the other investors. I look forward to expanding upon this. Right now, I only post through the Patreon. I will start a series that can help investors understand more about the market, the ins and outs. And also, I plan on making a Discord sometime in the near future, a few weeks from now, or maybe a month from now. So if that's something that interests you, you can start by joining on in now and getting prepared to understand the way I look at the market so that you are well equipped when opportunities present themselves. So I posted this on the 24th. I said they're speculative because right now there's two things happening with these stocks, but I doubt that they're going to be as speculative as I'm stating, right? But always you want to be sure that there is some speculation. So the companies that I posted were China-based, and there's these tensions, right? Quote unquote tensions. And I don't know if you guys remember the China-based stocks tensions that we had last year, and that's why it's speculative. But these tensions could actually hurt the stocks if they become a reality, if an executive order comes out, and so forth. But last year, Congress passed through legislation, right? The auditing and stuff like that with Chinese companies, but they don't have to completely show their auditing or accounting until 2023. So they have time. I think it's 2023 or 2024 to go ahead and do whatever they want now, or start preparing to present themselves so that while they get audited from here on out, they can stay listed, right, and not have any issues. But this temporary pullback could be an opportunity. At the time that I posted this, it was sitting at $37, and it's hit a high of $67, so $30 down. And it's been going down even lower, okay? We've seen that. I wanted investors to be aware of it, and I mean, this dropped down from the 24th, right, on over. And we just see that, right? We talked about it here. It fell down to lows of 34 and some change, bounced back up, came down to $34 again, and now it's bouncing to 36. Now, there's two things hurting the stock right now. The speculative side is the Chinese tensions, and the second is the halt on production because of supply constraints, okay? These supply constraints aren't only hurting NIO. They're actually hurting NIO. They're hurting Li Auto, right? We got Li Auto. And we also have XPeng, right? And you can see that they've been pulling back pretty hard. But not just because of everything else going on with the shortage. You can see this is the day it got hit hard and it fell to $21. And I posted on the 24th about the whole entire tensions. That was that fear. But a lot of investors that clicked right away, which is how I'm looking at it, is saying, well, we already went through this fear last year. Legislation got passed and they didn't get delisted overnight unless an executive order comes out, and nothing like that's coming out. This is just speculation and fear being dropped into investors' sentiment. And then when you look at XPeng, same thing. It dropped. You see, I announced on the 24th, right? The alert basically over at the Patreon for every single investor to be aware. And it was, the market wasn't even closed yet. It was just getting to the midday, almost closing. And, you know, I let everybody know. So if you want to have alerts like this on time to be prepared for opportunities, you can join us over at the Patreon. But yeah, I alerted it like around this time, and then they fell even harder the next day. So I had every single investor and viewer equipped, right, for the next day. They hit that low and they bounce back up. Now that bounce back up, right, between the 25th and 26th might be I wouldn't say a bull trap, because it's not like it ran up really high and it's just going to collapse, but it might be just a slight little bit of strength, but not enough to keep them up, especially specifically NIO, with all the news that they're closing, right, for several days, their whole entire factory. That right there is a big hit for the company. So you got the tensions going on, and then you have the production issues, and I mean, you got yourself an opportunity. So in this article, you can see here how it says NIO, XPeng, Li Auto, and they're all in the list, and then also Alibaba. Now, here you could see how China-based companies in general are trading lower amid tensions between China and major Western countries over human rights concerns. That's like the biggest issue right now with the tensions. China-based companies in general are trading lower amid threats from the SEC to delist any foreign company off of the U.S. exchanges who won't adhere to the U.S. auditing practices. So that has already been stated. We already know that it's going to take till 2023 to know who's really going to adhere to these U.S. auditing practices and who's not, because it was passed in Congress through legislation. Now, if there's an executive order through the new administration or Congress again, that would be a big red flag. That's why the speculation's kind of there. But if this is just based off of what we talked about last year, this is all just fear and this picture making you think red, down, no opportunity. When in reality, like I said, you got yourself an opportunity if this is just temporary. That's why you got to do your due diligence and research and understand what's going on from the bigger picture. Now, NIO is trading lower after the company announced a temporary suspension of production for 5 days due to the ongoing semiconductor shortage. That's not just NIO. That's the whole entire car market and sector. That's what I want every single investor and viewer to be aware of. It's the whole entire market and sector of cars. It's not just NIO, but these Chinese-based companies, and specifically NIO being Tesla's competitor, as I stated here, right? It is called the Tesla China. Now, is one of those that you really want to look at like a hawk, and you want to be equipped and prepared to strike for the opportunity. Now, the way I'm looking at it is the lower it gets and the closer it gets to $31, the more it's looking interesting. If it starts to pull up from here, that just means that investors are pouncing on this opportunity, and they're like, man, this is as low as it's going to go for now, and I don't even think it's going to go any lower. But if it pulls back from here and it gets closer to 31 or even closer to $30 to $25, I mean, as long as this is temporary, this is like a huge opportunity for investors, considering NIO, Li Auto, XPeng, right? Obviously, I'm focusing on NIO's chart because this is the top dog of the sector, but those other ones too, if they have certain pullbacks based off the charts, there's opportunities presenting themselves all around. You just have to watch it carefully. Now, I don't think these are going to get delisted overnight, and they didn't happen last year. I don't think it can happen this year. And another thing too, NIO partnered with NVIDIA, right? I don't know if you guys remember that, or they have some type of partnership going on or some type of negotiation going on that NIO is using NVIDIA as part of their projects. So I don't think NIO is going anywhere or getting delisted anytime soon, unless it's going to show us otherwise and actually go ahead and disappoint us on how terrible they audited or prepared for 2023 or 2024, when legislation actually has stated that they have until that time to start auditing, and if they don't, they will get delisted. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts down below, how you feel about this. Share this with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. And if you're a first-time viewer and investor, subscribe to the channel for more content. And those of you interested in knowing what's on my watch list and being prepared for moments like these, like the announcement I made on the 24th, and it's been pulling downwards, you can join us over at the Patreon. The link will be down below in the description. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.